that are now connected to internet, all collecting and sharing the data about the way they are used and about the environment around them, that include an extraordinary number of objects of all shape and size, from smart microwave which automatically cook your food for the right length of time, to self-driving cars whose complex sensors detects the object in their paths, to wearable fitness devices that measure your heart rate and number of steps you have taken that day. IoT is used in almost every field, and it has huge potential to offer advanced level of services and bring the revolutionary changes in the field of medical science. The Internet of Things has numerous applications in healthcare, from smart wearable or implantable sensors to remote monitoring of elderly, medical device networking, and in general, creating a healthcare network infrastructure. In the FDP, participant will have wider perspective to Internet of Things and biotechnology, including its component and application domain, specifically in the field of medical science. The session-wise topic I have already shared with all of you, where subject experts from IIT, NIT, and State University will interact with all of us, and also there will be a 2 hands-on session from the industry expert. I hope that during this FTP, we will together explore and know that what is IoT and how IoT and biotechnology are bringing revolutionary changes to the core operation of healthcare, pharma, and biomedical instrumentation sector. Thank you very much and welcome you all again. Now I request Vita ma'am to introduce our chief guest to the participant.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Laurels may add to its fame, but in some special cases, they are the thirst to explore and contribute more to this community. In this challenging world, one such eminent personality with a vision to look for opportunities in every situation, to learn and to grow, is making earnest efforts during this tough COVID 19 pandemic times for the university and its affiliating college to work harmoniously with high spirits. We are fortunate to have our Honorable Vice Chancellor, BTU, Bikaner, Professor Amrish S. Vidyarthi, sir. Sir has recently taken over the office of Vice Chancellor. Yes, sir?
No, it's okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So, sir, we feel honored and privileged to have you among us. Now, I request sir to kindly enlighten us with his knowledgeable session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam, for nice introduction and welcoming me. Honorable Professor Shiv Prakash ji, मैं audible हूँ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is audible.
नमस्कार सर. Honorable my colleague Dr. Jitendra Dingwal, the organizer of FDP, the faculty member and the staff of this great institutions, and the dear participants who have been associated, in this particular programs. I have been asked to, involved in this particular FDP, and then later on they have me put on expert list or resource person. So thank you very much for giving me this and opportunities. So first of all, very good morning to all of you. I will try to, provoke some of the thoughts which can be the future technologies and could be associated with the Internet of Things. Though it is not very established because of the speed of the biotechnological processes, as they are very slower as compared to the computational, the methods which has been incorporated, like the sensors. Basically, the IoTs Uh, if you look at this is a nothing, it is a basically integration of or networking of various the things or systems to get integrated for a fruitful purpose. Either it may be uh, uh, in the form of the sensor, actuators, regulators, and transmitter basically, which has giving this the information, use information, and these information can be processed, and then certain the result has been come up, and these results can be either activate or deactivate the certain the modules in order to get the better the control over the systems. So, in the biological process, how can I uh, make the presentation over here? Present now. Whether this presentation is visible?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So I think I have to take the help from. Okay. So the idea is this, that there are certain biological processes which can be integrated in the smart cities or cities IoTs, where we know about the higher plants, which are uh, utilized a lot of the polluting agents like carbon dioxide, which is the major carbon monoxide also, which is the major source of pollutions, and these plants can absorb uh, very much the amount of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide to clean the the air quality of a particular city. At the same time, these can be utilized to the rainwater, and make it as a rainwater harvesting agent, which can channelize, and they can also clean the water, surface water, by way of the biological reaction, utilizing the, the waste component in the form of like this is the good substrate for them, but they could be the waste material which are creating the water problem. Now, another things can be utilized as a vertical farming system, because as the the population is increasing day by day, and we have the shortage of the lands, and the land cultivation again require a lot of the water crop cultivations. Approximately 80%, 80 to 90% of the water is utilized for the the crop productions, which can be nowadays minimized by drip irrigation systems, and reduced to 60%. But still a lot of water has been utilized for this particular purpose. So the vertical farming by the stake by stakes can be created in the controlled environment, and these controlled environments can be good enough in the term of the total area required, as well as the facility to create uh, the variety of the crops that will be in an integrated manner, and the better the productivity can be harvested based on the conditions which has been controlled in strict control about the light as well as the humidity of soil, and the overall temperature, which can be detrimental for the crop productions. And the idea is also that the water consumption in this kind of cultivations can be reduced drastically. Another could be the photobioreactors, which against are they can utilize the water, contaminated water, and that can be utilized for their growth. And these growth, especially the microalgae systems, which utilizing they are the basically phototrophic and autotrophic also. So those microalgae can utilize the the wastewater, remove the contaminants, and provide the fresh water, which will be good enough for the drinking purpose of the small farming person, or maybe like this. And another things that these you know uh, growth of microalgae or the biomass growth can be utilized for various products, like the micro the biodiesel, you can say, or as energy substitute. And that can be also used as a the source of vitamins, then the source of nitrogen also. Then that can be like the spirulina and other things is already is in market. So these photobioreactors can be installed on the over the rooftop, and this can be utilized for the the production of microalgae, and the same time the water simultaneous the production of microalgae and the water treatment. So these can also be utilized for the biopolymer production or the some pharmaceutical the components, and that could be good enough for our critical purposes. Now, another issues that these bio components can be utilized for the energy production also, like in terms of microbial fuel cells. So these microbial fuel cells, basically they are utilizing the carbon source available in the water, in the in the form of COD or BOD, present in the water, and then they using the microbial fuel cell, means that you are basically taking the anode and cathode, and by can get connected with the simple semi-permeable membrane, and you are continuously extracting the hydrogen. So the electrons transmit from one place that require the then that can produce the electricity. So this could be also again the better environment, better process in terms of the energy generation, as well as the the wastewater treatment. uh, there are certain the biosensor can be developed, which are basically providing you the assessment or monitoring of the particular chemical changes by using the cell as a the agent, which is based on the environmental conditions through chemical process that can create the chemical sensor, which can be chemical signals, which can be further converted to electrical signal, or maybe another kind of the signal which can be utilized. And sometimes in special cells are have microbial cells have been created to use at a to actuate the process, or they can be used as a actuators. So different the biological systems can be associated with the computational the models, and can utilized as the biosensors, or these sensors can be basically uh, help in controlling or monitoring the the processes at large. So these are the basically some uh, applications of biological system, which can be clubbed together to get those kind of the integrated system for the better human life, and that can be definitely have the the impact on the human society, or status, living status of the human being in the society. Now, the only limitation with these biological systems, that they are the slower processes, because it takes some time, and it is dependent on the the substrate availability, and the, the they require the strict the optimum conditions of pH and temperatures. So these can be definitely have the better, they can be their productions, as well as their prominence can be increased by optimizing the process conditions. These are again some what you can say, the unstable in some form, that the result may not be reproducible at a given point of time. Say, for example, like what we say, the MFC, microbial fuel cells. So the productions of the electricity is varies, from and since it is depends on the substrate availability. If substrate is not properly mixed in the environment, so they can have a difficulty, cell have difficulties to utilize this substrate if proper mixing conditions are not prevailing. So this have the limitation, but that has the potential to uh, to be harnessed for the betterment of the you know the the healthcare, energy requirement, and environment as such, and the same time the food production or agriculture things. And sorry, but if you can utilize you know the, the computational biology, and utilize, say, for example, uh, the information which is the ribosomes, or the DNA is having, then this can be utilized in a better way. Another issue, in another thing I want to tell you, that if you look at the the bacterial cell, say, for example, if you take the E. coli bacteria, it has a certain components within the some of the surface properties, like they have the flagellum, which can be you know uh, uh, basically actuate the certain processes, and give this kind of informations. Some has like the receptors, uh, which can be get connected with the the active molecules, or contemporary to that, and that can be better utilized, as these signals can be given to the uh, to the the control unit directly, and tell us that whether it is the process has been triggered, or it is not triggered at all. Because once the ligand and the receptor is combined together, and if we can utilize certain the quenching dyes, so once the dye has been that may be in the form of fluorescent dye. And this dye, once the process starts, that can be released. And by releasing, by getting the information of the release of that particular dye, we can say that the process has been initiated. And similarly, if the process has been completed, then it can be terminated. And after the termination, the say reporting die again in the form of